Hello, hello, hello! I am Amy Erlanger, and this is the Wednesday Show. The Wednesday Show is basically me talking about different artistic and internet things that are either all the rage or that I have come across because they're worth sharing. So I want to start off with some news. The Loveville High plug that Joey and I did last week was found by the creators, and, well, they sued me. No, they didn't. Actually, their channel commented on our video saying, Loveville loves you back. So I was just like, oh my god! And one of their new episodes just came out 2 days ago, and in it, we have Troy Iwata playing Kyle, and he just started his run in Be More Chill, so yay! And honestly, like, just after hearing him, I want to hear more! Get it? I want to hear more. Troy Iwata. Sounds like I'm saying, yeah, you know what? I'm not funny. But he played Kyle, and then Noah was played by Harrison Chad, and Harrison was in the Broadway cast of Caroline or Change, and not only that, he was in the first David Zelnick, Eric Spakar show I saw. I talked about a show at Fringe Hub NYC in my last week. He was in that show as well. So when I saw that he was going to be in it, I was so happy. And he excelled as this character. I was so happy he excelled as this character. And it's funny because Noah and Kyle, at first, they're like bros. Noah's patching Kyle up after this injury he got in episode 4. Guys, do not piss off your girlfriends. Do not piss off your girlfriends. You might get injured. And it starts off all sweet. Noah's a nursing major. He's going to be a nursing major after they graduate. And that's the first male stereotype broken because, oh, men aren't nurses. This one is. Deal with it. And, you know, they're just laughing about locker room memories, and it's all cute, and then they become shadier than the cast of RuPaul's Drag Race. Noah says to Kyle, I'm in love with your girlfriend, and then Kyle is like, well, guess what? I've been texting your girlfriend. She's one of the 22 people I've been texting, and yeah, she said you need to show more emotion. Oh my god. Like, yes, men, show emotion. Maybe don't, emotionally cheat. Don't emotionally cheat or girls don't emotionally cheat on men, but it's okay to show your emotions. It's healthy. So, yeah, that isn't shadier than RuPaul's Drag Race. I don't know what is. And then they sing about that, and Noah cracked me up. It's like envisioning like Kyle getting into some kind of accident. I mean, I kind of make murder jokes all the time. I am not advocating violence as much as I'm laughing about all this stuff. Do not actually be violent to people. Don't do that. I am not condoning that. No one is condoning that. This is all in good fun. So, yeah. It was just so freaking funny to me. And their ending is like the biggest button pusher of stereotypes because before doing the most stereotypy thing out there, which I'm not going to spoil because I want you to check it out, they, like, hug, and then one of them says, it feels good hugging you. Yes, men, hug more. It is okay to hug. So what this episode was really saying was, hey men, show emotion. Hug. Maybe don't be shadier than the queens of RuPaul's Drag Race, but if you do, it's really funny. So I would check out Loveville High. It's on iTunes and any other podcast app. David, Eric, if you ever come across this, hey, what's up? Huge congratulations are in order because Troy Iwata just started his run in Be More Chill. And so, yay! And then Ali Stroker, who's in the revival of Oklahoma as Ado Annie, she just got announced. And since I'm a Gleek and she was on Glee in the Glee Project, I love her, so yay! And then Ryan Redmond, who I talked about last week, she was Chas, the pregnant girl. She went from someone who's about to create life to being a life creation of someone else, and just started her run as the first female Olaf on Frozen on Broadway. So I just, yay! Like, seriously, David and Eric picked the dream team. I cannot believe how many stars there are in this. So especially all you Broadway lovers out there, check out Loveville High. It is on iTunes, YouTube, any podcast app. I'm going to put a link in the description. And it just, oh my god. So episode 6 is coming out next week, and I heard Allie's going to be back, so it's going to be some episode, because you cannot stop these stars. And so I'm doing a way back of the week now. This way back of the week, because it's way back Wednesday. And RuPaul's Drag Race has been on for 10 years, and they just finished All Stars 4, and what I'm about to play is their first Lip Sync for Your Life song. For those who don't know, when the bottom 2 queens of a challenge land in the bottom, they do a lip sync battle where they perform on stage in front of the judges, and one of them gets to stay and one of them gets eliminated. Sometimes they both get to stay, sometimes they both get eliminated. It depends on how you do. So this was played in episode 1. After this ad.
Once upon a time, there was a little black girl in the Brewster Projects of Detroit, Michigan. At 15, she was spotted by an Ebony Fashion Fair talent scout, and her modeling career took off.
You better work. have one thing to say. You better work.
So yeah, that was their first bottom two song, and they really have evolved since then. They just finished their fourth All-Star season. And they had two winners, that's why second was on my mind, because they had two winners, which were Trinity the Tuck and Monet Exchange. And so Monet is actually the first drag queen of color to be in the Hall of Fame, and I actually met her, link for that in the description, and she went to my high school years before I did, so we had a very interesting conversation, which again, link in the description, and I'm just so proud of her, and I loved Trinity's performance, especially in that Snatch Game of Love thing, which was honestly kind of weird, but whatever, she killed it as Caitlyn Jenner, and I was all for it. Snatch Game has become kind of a staple since Season 2, so now that Season 11 is coming out, I can't wait to see how these queens do. And they incorporated something where they have the cast members of the Final Four sing a song with RuPaul, and this is what I'm going to play.
She's here to set the bar, to shine her all-star. Ain't taking names cause she's a bad bitch, yeah. When they don't know what's up, prepare to soak it up. It's clear she's here and she's a savage. She poppin', she dippin', she spinning, rock star. She droppin', she flippin', she winning so hard. You better believe that the power is real. She's a super queen, never miss a beat. She's a super queen, landing on her feet. Hey, she's a super queen, turning up the heat. She's a super queen, flawless victory, yeah. When she walks into the club, it's a stage, got the mic, worth the crowd move. She's enticing, mesmerizing, and she got the whole club raging. She's a hot girl, not a hot girl, more than just a one-night stand girl. She's classy, never ashy, only ballers in her VIP. She poppin', she dippin', she spinning, rock star. She droppin', she flippin', she winning so hard. You better believe that the power is real. She's a super queen, never miss a beat. She's a super queen, landing on her feet. Hey, she's a super queen, turning up the heat. She's a super queen, flawless victory, yeah. Legs up in the sky, you'll see. Lips bump like the old Chinese. Not a licensed bitch, but damn them thighs, they really do stretch. Post serve, now work. Giving body, no curve. She's a super queen, never miss a beat. Hey, she's a super queen, landing on her feet. Oh, she's a super queen, turning up the heat. Hey, she's a super queen. Baby, oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. She walks the fashion when it hits the floor. 5, 7, back to 6. She's got the talent, don't need the flip. 8, 9, and she's giving you 10s. Let's see the final score. Bitches trending for the win. She's got the tuck and move with a look so lean. You already know her name. She's a super queen. She's a super queen, never miss a beat. Hey, she's a super queen, landing on her feet. Oh, she's a super queen, turning up the heat. She's a super queen. Hey, 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 hey. She's a super queen. Take it to the you know she's turning it up. She's a super queen. Make your jaw sharp, don't stop. That's what it's about. She's a super queen. Pussy gonna pop this bop. She rockin' the crowd. She's a super queen. Hey, 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 oh.
So that was Super Queen, which was the All-Stars 4 anthem, and the person who sang first was Monet Exchange, and the person who sang last was Trinity the Tuck. They were the winners, and then the second was Monique Hart, and the third was Naomi Smalls. And I did not know Naomi Smalls could sing like that. Did you know? So yeah, go you, Naomi Smalls, and the elimination that she gave when she eliminated Manila. For all you Drag Race fans, you know what I'm talking about. Very shook. So now that season 11 is here, I am very excited, but I know that they are already casting All-Stars 5, and I think it's too soon. I think that, we have all these new queens, and they should be focused on. Well, they should focus on the new queens and the return of, what's coming, Drag Race fans.
Miss Vanjie. Miss Vanjie. Miss Vanjie.
Yes, okay, so Vanessa Vanjie Mateo is back, and as a lot of you know, her nickname is Miss Vanjie. So, Vanessa Vanjie Mateo, as the Drag Race fans know, was eliminated on the first episode of Season 10, and when she exited, which is what I just played, she went Miss Vanjie, and then suddenly she became a meme. She's a meme, and the most popular first elimination. Like, that's probably why she's back. I don't know what's going to happen to her, but, it's a cool thing. What I found it was weird is that when I went to DragCon, someone made her booth sign say Vanessa Mateo. How do you not put Vanjie in there? Like, do you even watch Drag Race? Ugh. So, as I said, my Instagram cover art. I want to know who you think is going to win. There are 15 queens, and I'm personally going for, there's this queen, Honey Davenport, who, yes, I did meet, and so, just being biased, I'm going for her. There's a queen named Soju, who is like a K-pop queen. I'm very interested in her. So, either that, or Nina West, who's like a campy queen. We haven't had one of those in a while, so I'm banking on either of them, but whoever wins, I'm gonna be excited. So that's my way back of the week. RuPaul's Drag Race really has changed, and I can't wait to see where it goes. And then there's In the Net, which is about the latest internet things, and this has been going everywhere. Shane Dawson posted a conspiracy video where he talked about this theory that Chuck E. Cheese recycles pizza slices, i.e., let's say you and I got some pizza at Chuck E. Cheese. We left some slices over. The theory is that they take leftover slices, put them together, dump a bunch of cheese on it, recook it, and make a new pizza. Now, Shane and his friends showed pictures of, how, distorted the pizzas look. The shapes and the crust don't even form a full circle, which, they might be onto something. I think they got a point. And then, since then, all these videos of people going to Chuck E. Cheese have come out to test this. One of them being Calvin Guerra. I'll have these videos in the description. And Calvin and his friend got some Chuck E. Cheese pizza, and the same thing happened again. And Calvin's friend also got French fries, and he said they tasted reheated. And guys, we know how reheated French fries taste. We know when they're reheated because they taste really, really bad. So, yeah. I think we all now just have ruined childhoods. They did put a BuzzFeed worker into a Chuck E. Cheese, and they showed him how they made the pizza, but you don't know if they're telling the truth. I mean, you just don't know, and it's crazy. If you look up Chuck E. Cheese pizza pictures, yeah, and, so yeah, that's another thing with Shane. He's been posting all these theories, and I might talk about some of them more in later episodes, but he's had some points, and this was definitely one of them. So that's insane. So that's the stuff I wanted to talk about this week, and next week I will be talking about what happens with the Oscars, and a channel that really just goes into depth on female characters and shows us a way more fun light about going into depth about that. So I hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday and keep sparkling.